The burrowing owl. Burrowing owls have a typical owl-like appearance, with a round head and yellow eyes. They have long, thin, bare legs. They are about 20 centimeters tall and are said to weigh around 150 grams. These owls are true to their name as they like to burrow underground to nest. The burrowing owls depend on pre-existing burrows dug by other species such as prairie dogs, American badgers, Richardson ground squirrels, and many more. Unlike most owls, the burrowing owl tends to forage in both the daytime and the nighttime due to their diet of small mammals and insects. These small owls mimic the hiss of a rattlesnake to warn off predators and will make a coo-coo sound to either attract mates or establish and defend territory. The burrowing owl is known to be one of the most endangered birds in Western Canada. The Peary caribou. The Peary caribou live in the Canadian Arctic. Canada is the only country that these caribou inhabit. These caribou are also often considered reindeer. There are 12 recognized subspecies, although only 3 live on Canadian territory, and the Peary caribou being the smallest. Both male and female Peary caribou grow antlers, the males being larger than those of females, of course. They are coated in gray fur, referred to as velvet, being a denser coat than most caribou, so that they can survive the Arctic winter. Their hooves are quite wide to assist them with walking in the winter, creating a snowshoe effect. The Peary caribou is not a long-distance migratory caribou. They will often take seasonal journeys from island to island to forage for food.
The burrowing owl can be seen all year round in Florida, Mexico, and some parts of South America. This is excluding the Amazon rainforest. Burrowing owls are endangered in Canada and Minnesota, so it is very rare to see them there. Summer breeding populations of burrowing owls can be found from the Midwest to the eastern parts of the Pacific states into Canada. Winter populations are found in Central America and Mexico. The Peary caribou belongs to Canada and the Northwest Territories and Nunavut. They have the northernmost distribution of all caribou in North America. The Peary caribou is present along all the northern regions in the province except Nova Scotia, PEI, and New Brunswick.
In 1979, the burrowing owl was designated a threatened species. There was a significant decline in population numbers between 1990 and 2000, and when the species was reevaluated in 1995, it was designated as endangered. Unfortunately, the species has only continued to decline in numbers, and in 2012, the Species at Risk Act reported that over the past 3 decades, the population has declined from an estimate of more than 3,000 pairs to fewer than 800 pairs. The Peary caribou was designated as threatened in 1979. After a disastrous die-off event in the mid-1990s, the species reached its lowest numbers in 1996, with approximately only 5,400 individuals. Following this event, in 2004, the species was officially designated as endangered. Fortunately, the number of Peary caribou has since increased enough that the species status was changed to threatened in 2015.
There are several factors that have led the burrowing owl to be endangered. Habitat loss is one of the main contributors to the decrease in burrowing owl populations. Burrowing owls live in the vacated burrows of other animals, but the extermination of these other animals has caused there to be fewer and fewer available burrows for nesting. The use of pesticides to exterminate grasshoppers and other pests has had an impact on one of the burrowing owl's main food sources. Because burrowing owls fly low to the ground when they are hunting for small prey, roadside vehicle accidents are a common cause of death. Fragmentation is another cause of population decrease. Landscape alteration has likely limited vital ecosystem requirements. Increased predation and severe weather conditions are also causes of burrowing owl population decline. Climate change has had a large impact on the Peary caribou population. Increasing frequency of harsh weather conditions in winter is affecting the caribou's foraging accessibility, and decreasing ice thickness is causing them to shift migration patterns. Other threats that are known to have a negative impact on Peary caribou include competition with oxen, pathogens and airborne pollution, hunting, military exercises, and increased traffic from helicopters, planes, and snowmobiles.
What is being done to protect the burrowing owls? Burrowing owls are protected in all provinces where they are found, such as British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. The burrowing owl is federally protected by the Migratory Bird Treaty Act of 1918 in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Operation Burrowing Owl was established in Saskatchewan in 1987 to encourage landowners to protect the burrowing owl's nesting habitat. In 1996, a decision was made by the federal government to slowly phase out some of the uses of the insecticide carbofuran. In addition, a national burrowing owl recovery team, working through recovery of nationally endangered wildlife, approved a recovery plan in 1995 and updated the plan in 2002. The end goal of the plan is to increase burrowing owl populations in Canada to levels where they become self-sustaining. What is being done to protect the Peary caribou? Individuals and industrial operations are required to avoid disturbing or harming the Peary caribou and its protected habitats. Different wildlife management boards throughout the species range are collaborating with the territorial governments and the Canadian Wildlife Service to effectively manage the subspecies and to undertake research projects to better understand its movements and ecology. Projects include mapping out all foraging hotspots, all suitable breeding grounds, improving genetic variations, and implementing a need for limiting hunting quota across all hunting and trapping committees.